Hello there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at the time of recording this, I have just uploaded my Lost reaction, my first ever Lost reaction on the channel, and it's starting to do pretty well. I know it's only on like 49 views at the moment, but it's got 20 likes, which is a pretty good ratio, and 1 dislike. So whoever that guy is or girl is, I don't know, that thing is that disliked that video, it's on site. It's on site. Whoever disliked, it must be the island itself that disliked the video. It just saw my reaction. It's like, oh, you're Australian reacting to this show. Dislike. So, okay, I see how it is. But yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitty shot. And today we are up to episode 4 of Lost Season 1 for the very first time. This one is titled Walkabout. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. And as always, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. Okay, very similar extreme close-up shot opening of the eye, like Jack was in the first ever episode. Getting the perspective of this man now.
Hey, Walt, you gotta keep that dog quiet.
I don't know what's wrong with him. Come on, Vincent, cut that out.
It's always the pets, man, that send something that's up. It's always the pets. But remember in Godzilla 2040? The dog barking, man, it sensed that the tsunami was coming. It sensed that the G-Man was coming. Pause, but...
Somebody's in there.
Everyone in there's dead.
Sawyer, right behind you, jackass.
My guy thought he was looting again. Getting them Minecraft chests. You know, expanding them. I'm guessing the idea to possibly build a raft and get off the island is gonna come later down the track. Just know, guys, I'll be waiting for you in Australia if you try to get back to our country. You know what I love about this show thus far? Okay, 4 episodes in, or I've just beginning the 4th episode, and we haven't, you know, gotten any look at what these creatures are that are hunting the survivors down. Like, is it a creature? Is it a what is it? What is it? And you know, the show's used various techniques to obviously showcase how strong these things are, or whatever this thing is. You know, with the tree branches absolutely being demolished, and you know, the various sounds. We've had the polar bear incident, but that seemed like an anomaly, and I made my guess about, you know, the island itself being something that, you know, basically evolved differently on this earth, and it's its own little pocket similar to like Skull Island. But I don't know if it's due to the budget constraints, or it's just, you know, we're keeping the audience on edge. And I love that. I love that we're, you know, being kept on edge for a long while in terms of like revealing these creatures or whatever they are. Very, you know, reminiscent of Jaws, using the other techniques to conceal the look of the shark. Obviously, we know because of the production issues they had, but it worked in the film. It worked in the film, and I absolutely loved that. And the fact that they haven't even shown anything of significance of like an alien creature or, you know, an evolved creature on Earth, and I'm still invested, is a testament to how great this show is thus far. We got 6 seasons of it. That's absolutely insane. Like I said, yo, keep me invested.
Light on this thing.
I look like a wild bear. Oh, possibly wild dogs or boars? I don't know. Oh, yet again, the lighting concealing their
Bloody
looks.
hell was that? Boars.
Yeah, I said boars, but there must be some weirdly evolved wild boars, man. And I like it. Keep teasing me like this.
They're people.
I know they're people, Kate.
Burning the remains. They deserve better than that.
Hey, it's the
Better than
Jedi
what?
way.
Being eaten by wild animals? Because that's what's gonna happen.
No regard for their wishes. their religions.
We don't have time to sort out everybody's God.
Really? Last I heard, we were positively made of time.
Look, I'm not happy about it either. But we crashed 1,000 miles off course. They're looking for us in the wrong place. It's been 4 days. No one's come. Tomorrow morning, we need everyone to start gathering up wood, dried brush. We'll turn that fuselage into a furnace.
Expand the search radius.
Wait until the sun goes down tomorrow night before we set the fire.
He's so eager to burn the bodies. Why are we waiting until sundown?
He's hoping someone will see it.
I'm interested to see if the show itself segues into the perspective, for instance, of the airline, and you know, the backlash, or you know, everything that's happening in the media, in terms of like providing clarity for the families and things like that. Or if there's some sort of cover up, for instance, and people are aware of this, and like, you know, they found out with the signal of the 16-year-old signal with the French woman, maybe there has been something that's been covered up before, and people are aware of this island, or some elites are aware of this island, and they know what happened to these people, but it doesn't get out to the public. Who knows? But I'm interested to see if the show does segue into the perspective, like later on, for instance, of, you know, the airline itself facing, but like I said, facing backlash from the media, you know, trying to cover up this case, or trying to, you know, even, you know, solve the case itself. If we get a character like that, that's, you know, in the outside world, that's character or group of characters that's trying to solve this mystery. But for now, I know we're spending time with our survivors, so.
You're trying to pick up the transmission, aren't you? The one we heard on the transceiver.
If the French woman's transmissions have truly been playing on the loop for 16 years, then there must be a power source on the island. A
Facts.
significant one.
And you can find it?
Hypothetically, yes. I'm making an antenna of sorts. With a few of these mounted at different points on the island, I may be able to use the transceiver to triangulate the signal. Find out where it's coming from.
So what can I do to help?
It appears you're as anxious to get off this island as I am.
These seasons would have taken a long time to film as well. Like 22 episodes, one location, one island. I'm guessing the shooting dates would have been pretty exhausting, like long periods.
What's your problem? Hand him over. How about no? There's other people here. Don't you give a crap? Yeah. Well, if you
I'm
wanna
guessing
put your
he's,
foot in a fair
maybe it's his actual biological father that,
over.
you know, left them in the US and they came to Australia. Obviously his mum passed away and he came to get his son, who he hasn't talked to in years.
What's going on? Jethro here's holding the last.
And he's trying to reconnect with him.
My own stash. I found it in there. Okay, everybody, just calm down.
We can find food. There are plenty of things on this island we can use for sustenance.
And exactly how are we gonna find the sustenance?
Holy moly. Who Rambo'd that?
We hunt.
There we go, Mr. Locke. Mr. Lock and Key.
How'd you get that knife on the plane?
Checked it.
You either have very good aim or very bad aim, Mr. Locke. His name is Locke. And you gave him his knife back? Well, if you've got a better idea.
Better than 3 of you wandering into the magic forest to bag a hunk of ham with nothing but a little bitty hunting knife? Hell no. It's the best idea I ever heard.
Now, how did that get on the plane? Unless my guy was cleared and had some sort of license for it. That's...
Yes.
Colonel Locke.
Oh, Colonel Locke. Oh, there we go. This might be his episode. Colonel Locke.
Line secure GL-12, go ahead.
Target area is acquired. Maneuvers are a go for 1,300 hours. Repeat, we are a go.
So, hunting boar now, huh?
Who says this is my first time boar hunting?
This feels like a game, man. I love it.
Tell me something. How come anytime there's a hike into the heart of darkness, you sign up?
Select your character.
You know what's in there.
Actually, I don't.
Call me paranoid, but anyone who packs a suitcase full of knives...
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're worried about me, Jack.
Hey,
If I
leave
didn't
it,
know any
man.
better, I'd say you have a problem staying in one place for very long, Kate.
You guys got the bold John Wick on your team. Don't complain.
Tell me why you're really going?
Sai gave me this so he can triangulate the distress signal we heard. Find the source.
This isn't about boars.
Yo, I just want to say, listen, listen, hear me out. I've seen Evangeline Lilly in a lot of things, obviously, like Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man, obviously the Hobbit trilogy, Astadio. But damn, man, she on a different level in Lost. I wasn't familiar with her game. I said it last episode. Bro, she glowing. She might have, yeah, she might be removed on an island, but where's the makeup kit at, man?
Hi, excuse me. I am going off away to a hunt.
Going off.
And I was wondering if you could keep an eye on my boy, Walt. and I'm Michael. Anyway.
아드님은 제가 잘 돌보고 있을게요.
Sorry, I don't understand, but you're cool with this, right?
네.
I don't need a babysitter.
Come on, man. Vincent needs you here. And hey, cheer up. This will give me a chance to get to know your friend, Mr. Locke, a little better.
Walt's like, damn, man.
아버지 괜찮으실 거야.
Yeah, whatever.
Yo, you just know they speak English, right? Like, surely.
Doctor?
Jack.
There are wedding plans for Steve and Kristen.
Aww.
They're on the plane, sitting a couple of rows behind me.
No, I don't think it...
Well, you know, just a few words, or even we could just read off names from passports and driving.
Look, it's not my thing.
Oh, okay.
He ain't the sentimental type.
Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, sounds fine. Whatever everybody wants.
Big up Claire, man. Big up Claire. No bias because she's Aussie, okay? No bias whatsoever. But big up Claire.
Hate to break it to you, the ocean is not going to take your gold card.
You really don't think I can catch a fish?
No, I don't, actually. If you do, I will apologize. Yo, I just had to reply to a quick email for my physiotherapy, and then I took the time to read the comments for episode 1, and I just want to thank you guys. The comments have been fantastic on the video thus far. You know, in my top 5 shows of all time. You'll know by episode 4 whether you're invested or not with this show. Walkabout is largely considered the show, or the episode, the show, I'm guessing he means episode, that got everyone super invested. Can't wait. We're here, ladies and gentlemen, at Walkabout, and obviously I'm already invested from episode 1. Yeah, F yes, this is my favorite show of all time. Oh, I'm here for it. Thank you guys for the comments. They're fantastic. But I just took the time to check them on my phone, you know, while I was replying to the physiotherapy email. So thank you guys.
They're tusks.
Okay. So what's all that mean?
It means we're close.
Hi.
Oh
Hi.
my word.
I was just gonna go for a walk. You wanna come?
Pause!
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, he is going to come.
Sure.
He is going to come. Damn, Shannon, man.
Can I ask you something?
Listen, anyone that complains that Shannon has makeup on is wrong, okay? Her entire suitcase is full of makeup. I am 100% right on that, and I haven't even seen it. She's got that suitcase that like sort of expands. It's like, you know how Mr. Locke has the knife suitcase right there, with the knives and like the armory right there. She's got that for makeup. She's got like the Chanel here, the Yves Saint Laurent, like everything. She's got like it divided into brands and segments and everything. So like, yeah, she can stay with the makeup the entire series. I do not care, because she's the type of girl that will have it forever. Okay, it's just, it is what it is.
I wondered when this was going to come up. Yes, I am the bass guitarist.
Yeah, do you know anything about fishing?
What?
Oh.
Fishing? My granddad used to take me out. He taught me everything he knows, everything he knew. He's dead now, God rest his soul. Yeah, I'm a fishing fiend. You know, I mean, England's an island, so I just throw it in and fish.
Good.
She's using you, man.
Hey, Doc, you got a second? Think maybe you can go talk to her?
Why me? I'm not a psychiatrist.
Maybe you should. Just thought you might want to do it. You're the one that saved her life.
Jack looking like Nathan Drake out here, man.
You must be proud. He's a brave kid.
Yeah. I can't take credit for that. It wasn't part of his life until his mother passed away 2 weeks ago.
There we go.
Sorry, I didn't know.
That's okay. They were living in Sydney the past couple of years. I flew out last week to, go get him. What were you doing in Australia?
She was seeing me, man. Hey, you gotta do to that ball what Mac did to it in Predator, man. Remember the nighttime attack on the ball? Yo, he stabbed that thing to shreds. Don't tell me. Neat callback to him having no shoe at the beginning of the episode. With just the sock.
You've got to move, Colonel. Your troops are across enemy lines.
Not that you would understand, but a walkabout is a journey of spiritual renewal where one derives strength from the earth and becomes inseparable from it.
Nice.
I have vacation days. I'm going, Randy. I already made a reservation.
Wow, John, you're really doing it, huh? You tell Helen yet? You've actually got a woman in your life.
That's none of your business.
What is it with you, Locke? Why do you torture yourself? I mean, imagining you're some,
Bro, that's not torturing.
walkabouts? Wake up. You can't do any of that.
That's Bilbo Baggins' adventures, man. That's crazy.
What? Norman what?
Norman Croucher. Double amputee, no legs. He climbed to the top of Mount Everest. Why? It was his destiny.
I'm fine. I can do this.
John, you can't.
Don't tell me what I can't do. You said you know how to fish.
Yeah, up the Santa Monica Pier with my old man and a fishing pole and bait. Never had to try to poke one with a sharp stick. No! Dude, you gotta try to pin it.
This is the Locke episode, man. Featuring friends.
I just found this. It's got your name on it.
That's my girl, Claire.
I thought I'd lost this. Thank you.
Sure.
Man, I am loving this show thus far. And one thing, that I'm a big fan of is the 16:9 aspect ratio. And I commented on it, like with a lot of the shows I've watched recently, Boardwalk Empire, Band of Brothers, The Pacific, The Sopranos, even Peaky Blinders season 1 to 4. I comment on how I feel like the 16:9 aspect ratio provides for a more immersive experience, in my opinion. And I, learned this term like about a month ago now. It's called like verisimilitude, and it's like basically making something feel real or and look and feel real. And I feel like that Lost is really, really portraying that at the moment, and is very much exemplifying that word. And the 16:9 aspect ratio is a big thing with that, and I feel like I get much more immersed into the overall experience with the 16:9 aspect ratio. I said it in Band of Brothers and The Pacific, especially with those TV series or those miniseries being a portrayal of real life events in the war. They were absolutely outstanding. And a lot of the time when the chaos was happening, and a lot of the time when the chaos does happen in this show too, you get the switch up to the handheld shaky cam camera movements. And I feel like even though I'm not the biggest fan of shaky cam because I like to see what's going on and I like to follow the action itself, I feel like it works in shows like Band of Brothers, The Pacific, and even Lost. And you see it a lot in the plane accident incident because you want to display that POV of what the character is experiencing at the time. Total anarchy, chaos, unable to process things, everything is shaking, everything is absolutely going insane and mental, and nothing is stable, and hence the camera movements reflecting that. And the camera movements in those scenes like I said, reflect that. And when it gets down to the chase sequences, you see that. You see the shaky cam, the quick cut camera movements. But then when we're spending time with the characters themselves, there is some beautiful cinematography in this show. When the camera decides to, steady up, and even when it does steady, it's still got that sort of bounce to it. It's still got that movement to it. It's not a total, rigged up camera on a tripod and it's an absolute steady shot. It's still got that handheld, how do I say it? It's a bit, what's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't sort of make it out at the moment, but it's still got that like rawness to it. And even in episode 2, you had that beautiful extreme wide long shot of Sawyer sitting on I believe the plane engine, and it had the sort of like the half O shape right there, as you had the island backdrop as well. So some beautiful location shots too, using the location to your advantage, and getting the best out of it. And even this episode with the woman sitting down, some beautiful wide long shots as well of her looking out into the distance on the shoreline. So great stuff, and the cinematography is improving as the show goes on. And just as I say that,
Doctor, you don't have to keep your promise.
Promise.
The one you made me on the plane, to keep me company until my husband got back from the restroom. I'm letting you off the hook.
Rose, you shouldn't be out here alone. You're suffering from post-traumatic shock.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I guess we are.
You have a nice way about you. Good soul.
See,
patient.
not everything
caring.
is what it seems, I feel like, because
I suppose that's why you became a doctor.
I feel like the flashbacks themselves, or with the flashbacks,
I was just kind of born into it.
we're gonna peel back each character and find out more about
Family
them.
business.
Kanye West? Yeah, I just feel like with the flashbacks themselves, each episode we're, focusing on one character, it seems like with flashbacks, we're removed on an island here with a bunch of characters we don't know anything about, and based on their little interactions, we gravitate towards them, but then maybe a flashback sequence might change that perspective from us. But then again, you had that quote last episode, or that, heartfelt scene between Jack and Kate on the beach, where he's like, we died in that plane accident 3 days ago. This is our time for a fresh start. Nothing that happened before matters. So do we take that on? And I feel like, if we do take that on, I feel like some flashback sequences with the characters, we're going to find out more things about these guys that might change that. Are we willing to give them that second chance, that restart? Are they different on the island? Has this experience completely changed them? And we don't need necessarily the flashback sequences to find out about these characters, because we're finding certain things out as well with some of the tokens they had, with their luggage. And you saw that with the image with Saeed of his wife potentially. And things like that, just those little things, those tokens, like the luggage the characters carried on board. We find out about the characters themselves through that. So yeah, it's great stuff.
Now I'm free to do all those things I ever wanted to do.
Oh.
Things that I know I was destined to do, like we talked about, Helen. Authentic Aboriginal walkabout.
Sure, that's all you've talked about for weeks.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do it.
I almost thought John had no legs right there in that wide shot.
And I bought 2 tickets. A customer. Is that what I am to you?
This isn't really normal. I mean, it isn't what I do. I don't. Maybe you should find a therapist.
I
man.
have a therapist.
John.
I thought you understood, Helen. You know me better than anyone.
John, if we talk any longer, I'm gonna have to charge you for another hour. That's another $89.95. You can't.
Look, I don't care about the money.
I'm sorry, John. I gotta go.
This is that Scarlett Johansson, her relationship. Damn.
I'm gonna climb this tree and attach an antenna.
You gonna climb that?
Yeah. Don't worry. Climbed a lot worse.
Yo, I'm just saying, from what you guys think Australia is, if you're going with that perception of us having 50-foot spiders, kangaroos, snakes, and things like that, if you can survive Australia, you can survive this island. That's all I'm saying. If that's your perception of Australia, that's all I'm gonna say. Hell nah, man. The sound that this monster makes, it's absolutely insane. This is reminding me of the Sandlot, man. Remember the Sandlot? They hyped up the monster to be this thing, and it ended up being a small dog. But like, or like, not a small dog, but a decent sized dog. But they hyped up this monster to be like the eater of worlds. I'm trying to see the reflection in his eyes if I can suss out what this thing is.
What is that? Oh, I get it. It's like toothpaste.
Chia.
Chia? Dad!
Yo, he gonna think his dad's a badass now.
What happened out there?
Dad!
Hey!
Your legs all messed up. Does it hurt?
Oh, it's okay. It's not as bad as it looks.
Mighty Huntress returns. What's for dinner, huh?
Not now.
So it was like a boar fight?
Not so much a fight, it was more, you know, like me getting gourds.
He went to the wrong ends, man.
So, where's Mr. Locke?
As promised, you and I will be dining on fresh catch of the day. Oh, you don't mind al fresco? Yeah, it's no problem. I got it in the shallows. I cornered it.
Oh, what's the matter? Can't stand to see me fending for myself?
I'm so sorry about this.
What?
Seriously.
No, it's okay.
What are you apologizing to
for
him
you, for using this poor guy like you use everyone
Oh,
else.
whatever.
Somewhere in your twisted little brain, you think this proves that you can take care of yourself.
I told you I'd catch a fish, didn't I?
That's low, Shan, even for you.
Oh,
Poor
go
Charlie,
catch a
man.
bird or something.
It's alright, Charlie. We move, man. We move. We take the L and move on. Yo, these two
Rose, after the sun goes
have just
down,
been having a D&M session the entire
I'm gonna burn
episode.
the fuselage.
And it's so good.
I'm just saying, if you wanted to say goodbye to Bernard.
Doctor, my husband is not dead.
Wait, what?
Rose, it broke off in mid-flight. I'm sorry, but everyone who was in the rear of the plane
He
is
in
gone.
denial, man.
They're probably thinking the same thing about us.
Who knows? The tail end might have landed on the other side of the island. Oh, bro, what? I told you there's some weird corporate shit going on here. Unless he's seeing shit. If it's the island playing tricks and hallucinating, he's not gonna be there. Yep, there we go. Man, is that someone he knew, someone in his past, or is this some weird creepy guy? This show is gonna be full of twists and turns, isn't it? It's not your generic survival show.
Sorry.
We already know that, but
Guess I should have gotten the warranty.
it might turn it up another level. Hey, Saeed, I got some advice for you, brother. Just inshallah it. Inshallah it, and we'll get the job done, I swear. Wallahi.
We'll try it again.
Hey,
You okay?
it's Maisie, I told you so.
I'm not big on rubbing it in.
Yo, is it too early to put Kate up there with, like, the Ripleys, the Buffys, the Ahsokas, strong female characters? She on her way.
Locke's gone. That thing, it was moving in his direction.
Nah, he's still out there, man.
There wasn't time.
I guess there's gonna be some words said over the fire.
It's good.
Names read, I think.
I just don't think
Brother!
we're clear about some of the things that we've... Jack?
My guy's got the white sneakers on, too. He's got the suit and he's got the white Air Forces on. That's insane. He's done it!
Fuck.
Steve and Kristen, I don't know their last name, but they were really in love and were going to be married.
That's my girl Claire, man. That's my
At
girl.
least wherever they are now, well, they're not alone.
Yo, so Charlie's been sort of high or, you know, sedated the entire show thus far with his supply. But when that runs out, he might end up like he was on the plane again.
No.
I wonder if it is like a monster or if it's something, maybe it's like a shape-shifting thing. I don't know.
The walkabouts we arrange here are not just some stroll through the park.
Everyone sees something
Trekking
different,
across
possibly.
Vast stretches of desert, rafting, bloody treacherous
Look,
waters.
you've got no idea who you're talking to. I'm well aware of what's involved. Believe me.
I'll get you on a plane back to Sydney on our dime. It's the best I can
No,
do.
I don't want to go back to Sydney. Look, I've been preparing for this for years.
Come on, man.
Just put me on the bus right
You
now.
just
I
want to
can
be
do
with
this.
the Earth.
No, you can't.
You know what I've noticed?
Hey, don't you walk away from me. You don't know who you're dealing with. Don't ever tell me what I can't do, ever. This is destiny. This is my destiny. I'm supposed to do this, damn it. Don't tell me what I can't do. Don't tell me what I can't.
I apologize on behalf of Australia, Locke, man. So, has he not been able to walk the entire time, or has he been able to sort of push through his condition? Okay. That's a crazy twist right there. Damn. So, hear me out. I want to say something right here. I said something during the episode. They had a sort of cut to or like when there was the establishing shot of Locke on his bed when he was talking to Helen. It almost looked like he had no legs from the wide long shot they established, but he was obviously sitting on the or laying on his bed. And if you pay attention throughout the entire episode, from memory, I could be wrong. From memory, in the flashback sequences, Locke is sitting down the entire time. He was sitting down in his cubicle. He was sitting down when he was playing the military board game. He was sitting down on the bed, and then he was sitting down in the office right there before they were going on the walkabout, before the tour bus departed. And obviously he failed to tell them about his condition. And then that gets you questioning. Again, does, the quote, or does whatever, has he been lying about his condition the entire time? No, it seemed like he had a condition the entire series, and he's just this unfortunate individual who's been diagnosed with this thing, and he just wants to explore the world. He wants to connect with the earth one last time, before he departs, before he passes away, and he's unable to do these things. He's unable to do these, these adventures because of his condition. He's unable to walk, and then you obviously had the reveal of him in the wheelchair at the end. But that gets you thinking, because you had that shot at the beginning of the episode with him looking, at his foot, with the sock, and he was trying to see if he has any movement and any feeling in it, and it seemed like he does. Now, does that mean what Jack said at the end of, or during last episode, about this being sort of like a fresh start? We died on that plane, and is this island sort of like, I don't know, is this island got this sort of like healing ability to it, or like a sort of like I don't know, some cosmic power or something where it just recharges you, it replenishes any problem you had? I don't know. It's interesting. It's very interesting. Because it seemed like, that's why we see Locke meditating a lot throughout episodes 1 and 2, maybe. I don't know, sitting down a lot of the time, and connecting with the island itself. And maybe that's got to do with, his perspective this episode of him connecting with the earth, that walkabout sort of thing. So very interesting stuff. And I feel like this show itself is going to feel, have a lot of twists and turns. And this episode is a prime example of that. So yeah, fantastic stuff in episode 4, and I was hooked from episode 1. So yeah, those comments were saying if you aren't hooked by episode 4, then maybe this show isn't for you, but I'm hooked already. So yeah, and then you had Jack obviously seeing that man in the suit. Yeah, so is it the island's playing games with him? Is he hallucinating about a figure in his past life? Who knows? But yeah, fantastic stuff with Locke this episode, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, it gets you thinking, what capabilities does this island have? What has it done to these individuals? Has it sort of like, hit the reset button on their life? And it's very interesting stuff. So many questions that I can't wait to be answered. It's a big, huge mystery that it's going to hopefully unfold in an amazing way. It's going to be an insane journey, and I cannot wait to see how we progress with these characters. And I said in episode 1 and 2, there's going to be situations where, like I said, the food rations are going to be low. There's going to be arguments. Like I said, we're going to see the best and worst of humanity, I feel like, in this show. The human condition itself is going to be explored to the nth degree. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. As always, it's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace. Yo, I'm actually currently editing episode 4. I even got the ring light off at the moment. I just want to make some additional comments. In the first phone call, the very first phone call with Locke, and you hear, I'm like, oh, Colonel Locke, and you hear, the individual over the phone say 1,300 hours or 1,200 hours, we are a go. I believe that's the other employee, right? And he was referring to the board game, the war board game they were playing. And I think it just makes, the whole episode surrounding Locke even more tragic. Like for the past 4 years, maybe ever since this man's condition, or like even before that, this man lives a very, 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 very lonely life, and he just wants to matter. And he just wants to, I guess, feel some sense of, just, just belonging, I guess, like just mattering to someone. He wants to feel some sense of value, and I guess that's why he wants that connection with the earth, because it's probably the only thing or the last thing he can probably connect to, and he has struggled on from on a human level to connect with someone emotionally, hence the phone calls to this Helen for a long time. And it's not even someone he's probably met in person. It's just someone he talks to over the phone and continues to pay for over the phone, like just for that company. It's very, very, very sad. Very, very sad. I just noticed it in the edit right now, and I love how the episode itself leaves those little breadcrumbs as it goes along. And it adds so much to the reveal at the end, and reveals so much about the character of Locke himself. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I just wanted to make those additional comments right there at the end. So yeah, take care. God bless and peace.